you've got to feel sorry for the UK banks. I mean, once again, even though they basically make up money from nothing and then make you spend the rest of your life paying it back, apparently they're unhappy with this news and these tricks. As you can see, these two completely separate people who are sponsored by camels, no less, who are from Alabama. I don't know how many camels there are in Alabama, but there's obviously a few. Chelyaki. I don't even know what language that is, or how we could reasonably find out. But let's learn more anyway. By the order of Rachel Reeves, the Chancellor of the Exchequer highlighted that everyone is entitled to payments of up to £2,300 per month. Now, £2,300 per month, if you're an absolute advertising see you next Tuesday living in Maida Vale, is nothing. But if you live in Doncaster, that means you could buy a new house every 6 months. So it seems like an odd thing to do. Thank you for coming, Chancellor of the Exchequer Reeves. In the media, you stated the country is starting the process of returning taxes, and any citizens can officially receive up to £2,300 per month. How does this work? Greetings! From the first day I became Chancellor, I wanted to improve the tax system. By inverting it, in fact. We will not fully get rid of taxes, of course, but any resident will be able to receive dividends from them. So a dividend is essentially what a company director takes, as opposed to a salary. You can take a salary as well, but you can also take a dividend because he has a share in a company. But you can also get a dividend if you are a owner in a shares of a public company. Like, for instance, if you own shares in Meta or Raytheon or Boeing or BAE or any of the other huge defence contractors, they will pay you an annual fee, essentially, which is a dividend. Now, because we have a fiat currency system, of course, you could do this. You could just suddenly start paying people £2,300 a month, and the value of the pound would just plummet. But I mean, as that's what's happening anyway, who cares? But unfortunately, it's not very likely. Because you see, what this is really about is something they've called this week Veridex Pulse. They've got Graham Norton and the vacuum cleaner bloke on there, and all these people who look very happy. I started using the system when I was a street cleaner, and now I live in Windsor Castle. Loser. Ha 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 ha. I can't believe this. It's my first day. I've made over £900, so I can truly say I found something that delivers great results. Veridex Pulse. All rights reserved for Veridex Pulse. No address. No nothing. And all clicking the terms and conditions button does is send you back to filling in the form. And then, of course, they want you to put money in, which seems odd when they're talking about paying you money out. This is a place called WT Central in Zurich, Switzerland. Well, what are the opportunities here for the modern punter? Well, to be totally truthful, if it says sponsored, it's not news. So the idea that Alexandre Ayres is announcing information. See, this is all one piece of graphic. You can't click here, here, and here. That's not right. There's only one button, and that's learn more. Oh, this does exactly the same as that learn more. So this guy is sponsored. So he wants he wants to make money out of this. And it's the same scam. You know, Keir Starmer's going to start paying you money for nothing. Except this time it's called Immediate Synergy. But it's just exactly the same website with exactly the same people. So as you can see nowadays, the Meta robot targets ads very specifically for very particular groups of people. Now here's this crypto harlot again, who's basically, I mean, she's a model or something, isn't she? Let's face it. They found the best looking girl they can find, and she's going to try and persuade you that you're going to make money by sitting in one of those funny chairs on a balcony somewhere. But she's actually obviously very much speaking to
30-day money-back policy if you aren't satisfied with the service. So it really is a no-brainer. I'll leave the link below, check it out, and let me know what you think.
Right, go MyLogics. So, I mean, conceivably, you know, that might be a website that you could try. Whether you could ever get your money back is another question. Our elite cryptocurrency study group, totally free. 300% increase in 3 days. I mean, you'd have to be barking mad to believe that. You know, because that would mean that in 10 days, you've made 3 to the power 3. 2,700% rather. And as you can see, they're also picking on the most vulnerable people. Now, at this particular one, I'm looking at several different groups here. I think I'm in a group for suicidal teenagers, mentally ill people, flat earthers, and people who believe the entire world was destroyed in the 1800s by a giant mud flood. But they all amount to pretty much the same thing. People who've lost hope in the society presented on television. They're all the same people. Let's just see what Richard Branson's being used for on this particular advert.
Richard Branson has launched a new project in which ordinary people can take part and earn money. The project is currently only available in the UK, but will soon be available worldwide. The idea is simple. Let the common man have the opportunity to profit from the digital currency boom, even if they have absolutely no investment or technology experience. Looks like we have a great opportunity to make some money. Here's what Richard Branson said about this. Now, everyone is confused by this statement. Can you shed some light on the fact that everyone in the UK no longer has to work?
Yes, I will speak in simple and accessible language so that anyone can understand me, be it a housewife, a simple worker, a waiter, or even an elderly person. Before I bought Twitter, we spent 2 years.
See, that even after the elderly, and they're pretending that he bought Twitter. So they're picking on people who were confusing Elon Musk with Richard Branson.
Working on neural networks and supercomputers. Many people know that I am the founder of OpenAI.
I know that you and Elon Musk founded this company and it is developing new technologies. So what was so revolutionary that you were able to create in 2 years?
We initially built a supercomputer capable of processing octillion operations per second and invested $9 billion in the project.
An octillion operations per second is a very large number.
Yes, this is a number with 27 zeros. It is 1,000 times more powerful than any home computer.
Hang on a second. Octillion is more than 1,000 times more powerful than any computer. So it works in basically scales of millions. So a million is 1. A billion is 2, pi for 2. Trillion is 3. Octillion is, so trillion, quadrillion, quintillion, septrillion, octrillion. Right, so that is 10 to the 5 times faster than anything else anyone has ever made. So that is, I mean, if you had a computer that fast, I don't really know how much power you'd have to put into it. I think it would basically use up all the power in the whole world.
After that, we created software based on our artificial intelligence and implemented it in financial trading. Simply put, we created a computer that analyzes all transactions in real time. And right now, he's closing deals with a 97% success rate.
So he makes money by closing trades like a regular trader?
Yes, but he's better than any financial analyst. Since a professional trader closes trades with a 67% success rate, it's hard to believe how much of a difference this makes.
Is this a closed software package?
No, we made it available to everyone. Our software can be used by every UK citizen who has a phone or computer with an internet connection. By the way, our product is already used by many celebrities and professional athletes, such as Roger Federer, Ed Sheeran, singer Adele, and many others.
So let's say I'm the average person in the UK. How much money can I earn if I join your platform, and how much money will I need to get started?
Our members already receive 5,700 euros in income every day with a minimum investment. As everyone knows, investment starts with investment. But to start receiving income, you need a minimum of 250 euros. Now I will explain step by step how it works.
Yes, Richard, please.
You need to go to our website, then you need to fill out the form on the website, and in a few minutes your personal manager will contact you to connect to our software.
So, Richard, I will earn 5,700 euros by investing only 250, but on what day will this happen?
Already that day, and you will receive 5,700 euros the next day and the next, and that's why we use our supercomputer every day.
Will UK residents have to pay some fees, taxes, etc. to access the platform?
No, it's all absolutely free. You all know that I am one of the 10 richest people in the world, and having come a long way to this point, I have invested money in companies' deals, stocks, and I assure you there is nothing difficult in investing or trading on the stock exchange. Financial market experts who are my guests on the show say the opposite. All these experts are trying to look professional and say that it is difficult to simply find out the price.
Richard, I really hope that with this project, you and your company will bring a stable income to ordinary people, and that many people will be able to cover their dreams, debts, and other financial difficulties.
You don't need to hope, and it's about taking action. If I hadn't taken action and taken risks, I wouldn't have founded my companies and wouldn't be sitting next to you. Everyone can have financial freedom right now. This is what we have been doing for the last 2 years, giving people freedom.
And therefore, for all residents of the UK,
Okay, so it's not brilliantly edited, is it? I mean, it kind of falls apart halfway through. I mean, I find that almost astonishing that they can get away with whatever this is. Now, we'll try and report as many of these websites this morning as we can, but I mean, to be totally honest, there are so many affiliates who have absolutely no regard for their fellow human beings. They're just out because things have become desperate. And this is exactly what's been on the horizon for some time now, is that debt has become something that's part of everybody's life every day because of the fiat currency system the Rothschilds brought in during their 3 world wars. And now all money is made up and everyone's a slave and everything is hopeless, because that's how you make a slave. You make their life hopeless. As you can see, they're selling this absurd dream. 1 minute it's 5,700 euros a month, and it's 19,000 pounds a month. The guy made 16,000 pounds a month. They've missed the A out of quantum AI. It really is completely out of control. These people are, whoever this guy is, who can't even get the logo right, is probably making $900 for everyone that gets sucked in. But they'll lose their house. So you can understand the kind of instability this is bringing. People are being targeted with these adverts who are especially likely to fall for them by Meta's AI. That's why it's in a group of psychotically depressed people and flat earthers and people who believe the world was destroyed by mud floods, because that's where Meta has calculated is the most likely they can get the money. This thing has no concern for human life. People are dying because of this. People will kill themselves today because of Meta's AI. Right? When I say Meta's AI, I'm talking about the system that chooses where these adverts go. And let me tell you something, when you have a suicide in your family, it's really rough. It completely destroys everything. And Meta, how they could not be realizing that an advert like this is going to target the most vulnerable people, I find extremely hard to believe. I mean, this website's even using their logo, Portfolio Insight. PortfolioInsightFocus.com. We really have to take steps to get companies like Meta. If the UK ever really does want to get back on its feet, we've got to get rid of Amazon, Meta, Google, all these people who just centralize everything into the US, because the US doesn't have that big a population, it's not that big a part of planet Earth. It only makes up about 4% of the population. It's not a vast amount of the population of planet Earth. You know, India, China, you know, Pakistan's got pretty much the same population as the USA. We need to start using our own search engines. We need to start using our own gaming platforms. Whoever these people are, the meta advertising people, are not recognisably human. Anyone that would write an AI to find the most likely people to click on an advert has lost their rationality as a fellow human. Now, I'm going to report all these websites, but the only people I can report them to are the Americans, right? If I report them to action fraud, I mean, they're just clueless civil servants. People who are deliberately useless, who have been deliberately depressed, like the tax office. People are so depressed, all they can do is follow rules. Now, maybe we can get a few of these websites shut down today, maybe a few more tomorrow, but by then there'll be 100 times as many. This problem is way beyond anyone's control, other than, I would say, maybe, I mean, who could you trust? I mean, I think the FBI and all the rest of them have got so many crooked secret service type people in, it's unbelievable, as has all of the news outlets. Maintaining mental health, as somebody like Hitchens used to say, that, you know, if you believe that something like 9/11 was a conspiracy, you've got a very low mental health. I think what we're starting to realise now is that Christopher Hitchens had a very low mental health. He was writing for the Washington Post so long, they brainwashed him into being a disciple of something that is truly evil. And people have got to start waking up to this, because we can't fight this front line all day, every day. There's no hope. These things are computerized. You know, human beings cannot fight them. In terms of information flow, they are infinitely relentless. They are infinitely heartless. They are computers. They are infinitely fickle. They are the ultimate petty deity. They will never stop. They are a petty tyrant. And I'm very close to being through with trying to stop people getting ripped off. I don't know what else to say.